Hi, this is Dr. Ivan Misner, founder of BNI, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about BNI's core values. I had a region ask me to talk a little bit about the organization's values, and before I do, I'd like to just mention that we're going to be tweaking our value statement over the next year or so, because as part of our member experience, it's important that we include things that are part of our values in the member experience program that we're putting together. You know, an organization's values are the criteria by which all decisions should be made in an organization. And the core values of BNI presently are 5 things. First, our philosophy of giver's gain. That has truly been inculcated throughout the organization. It is really amazing to see how so many chapters and members can tell you what the philosophy of the organization is. You have no idea how unusual that is. That really, truly is amazing that so many people understand our core philosophy as an organization. And remember, giver's gain is a standard which you should apply to yourself and not a sword by which you strike other people with. It is something that you apply to your own behavior. The second of our values is building relationships, positive, supportive relationships. You know what? It's all about relationships. When I started BNI, I started it with the idea that I would get a small group of people together who I knew and I trusted, and I hope they trusted me, and we could all share referrals with one another, but it's all based on relationships. Networking is more about farming than it is about hunting. It's about cultivating those relationships. The third of our core values is training and education, which I think we may be changing to learning. Lifelong learning, because it really is about lifelong learning. And the more we see members and directors immersed and engaged in a culture of learning, the more successful the regions are. Those regions that really immerse in our podcasts and in my books and other materials that BNI has are almost all much more successful than those who don't engage in those programs. The fourth is traditions plus innovation. Traditions plus innovation. That sounds counterintuitive. How could you have both traditions and innovation? And that's easy. I believe traditions in an organization tell us where we come from, and they lay the foundation to who we are as a group of business professionals and as an organization. But we must always be leading in innovation as a network. A few years back, I was at a meeting and there was a competitor of BNI's there, and the director stood up and said, "Our organization runs the meetings exactly the way our founder started the organization 2 decades ago. And we haven't changed a single thing." And I remember sitting in the audience thinking, wow, I hope they never change that strategy, because they will lose touch with technology, with changes in business, with new advancements. And so innovation is important, and traditions are important, both traditions and innovation. The fifth of our values is a positive attitude. You know, we've seen in many surveys that I've done on networking, the first was in the book Masters of Networking, that a positive and supportive attitude was one of the top 3 criteria that people were looking for in finding someone to network with. So a positive and supportive attitude. Life is too short to hang out with crabby people. Surround yourself with people who are there to help you succeed. And I'm going to throw 2 more ideas out that I think we should seriously consider adding to our written values, because they have been since day one part of our unwritten values. The first is recognition. we really believe in recognition, in recognizing people who've done a good job in the organization, starting at the chapter level, going all the way to international conferences. And the last is accountability. Accountability is key. You know, a network without accountability is basically a coffee klatch. It's like playing a game of football with no rules. Oh, wait a minute, that would be called boxing. You know, you have to have accountability. Accountability is key at the chapter level all the way up to the very top. So these are our 5 core traditions, or values, I should say. These are our 5 core values, written values, and 2 that I think we need to take a good look at to incorporate into the BNI value system. I hope this answered your questions about BNI's core values. This is Dr. Ivan Misner, founder of BNI. Thanks for watching.